Hello, my dear friends, and welcome. Did you know that one of the most important reasons why many people don't succeed in life is that they simply don't use their mind? I'll break it down for you. The most important things that we have in life are absolutely free. I mean, absolutely free. Just think about it. The air we breathe, the water we drink, your mind, your beauty, your intelligence, your body, your spirit, they just came free as gifts from God. Now, the problem with many of us is that usually the things that we get for free, we don't appreciate, we don't treasure, we don't value. The things we value the most are the things that somehow we paid money for. So we value our houses, we value that beautiful car, we value the things that we paid money for. This is the paradox. The paradox is that those things that you paid money for are transient. That is, they are replaceable. If you lose your car, you can buy another one. If your house burns down, by the grace of God, you can build another one. But the things, those things that we got for free are irreplaceable. And that is the absolute truth. And because by this, over familiarity, as people will say it, we tend to undermine those things that God gave us for free, and so we don't use them to the full capacity that God planned that they should be used. And for example, let's talk about your mind. This mind, this gold mine between your ears. Your mind is one of the greatest gifts that God has given you to succeed in life. But guess what? Because it came for free, we either misuse it or we underuse it. And so we are carrying this big computer everywhere, and yet our lives are going nowhere. One day, I heard something that changed the whole of my life. And what was it? That the people we call geniuses, people like Einstein, people like Faraday, and all of these great scientists of yesteryears, that they use only between 8 to 10% of their mental capacity. I said to myself, wow, that means that those of us who are not geniuses, I wonder what is the percentage of our mental ability that we are using. Just thinking about it, that by the time all those great inventors were being buried, they still had at least about 90% of untapped mental power that they did not tap into. Are you getting my drift? That is to say, a man is what his mind makes him. So the Bible says, as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. It's important what you are doing with your mind. You have a gold mine that God has given to you. What you decide to do with that gold mine is completely up to you. When I was in the secondary school, I was a very playful child. I was not a serious girl at all. Of course, by the time I finished, I had my WAEC. Maths was F9. I got to university to read English education, and there I was with statistics staring me in the face. I had a choice. But by this time, I had already made up my mind. There is what is called the power of a made-up mind. I had already made up my mind because of the poor background I was coming from, and I saw people from affluent homes who were going to be my classmates. I told myself, I must graduate the best in my class. I told myself, I'm going to do whatever it takes, reading, studying, everything, to ensure that my children never had to suffer what I suffered growing up. And of course, the statistics course I took as an undergraduate, they were all straight A's, straight A's, straight A's, straight A's. And in 1986, I graduated the best in my class. The same brain, the same person. What changed was when I decided to use this thing here. When I decided to use this mind that God has given me. Excuse me. What are you doing with the intelligence God gave you? What are you doing with this glorious, gorgeous mind that God has given you? You know, somebody was making an illustration the other time and was actually like a joke, but it actually is true. He said one day somebody went to buy a fairly used brain. And so when he got there was the brain of a Pentecostal, there was the brain of a Catholic, there was the brain of a sinner and a complete unbeliever. Now, so when he got there, he found out that the brain of the sinner was completely used up. Used up. They rammed up, finished. The brain of the Catholic was okay, used, but the brain of the Pentecostal was still intact. Intact. Why? Because everything is spirit, 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 and we will not use our mind. Let me tell you, one reason for the poverty in the church is because God has given us our minds to use, but we are calling on God to throw money down from heaven. It's such a pity. It's such a pity. In Mark 4:24, this is what Jesus said. He said, be careful what you are hearing. The measure of thought and study you give to the truth you hear will be the measure of virtue and knowledge that comes back to you. And more besides will be given to you who hear. So if you fail in life, in any area of your life, it's not God's fault. God has given you the means by which you can succeed in every single area of your life. So what must you do? By the law of the mind, the more you tax your mind, the more it will produce for you. So begin to invest heavily in developing your mind. Begin to invest heavily. And I would like to recommend this one, Your Standard Textbook for Life. This is not a religious book. This is God's, curriculum for us to maximize life on earth and make it to heaven. So read this one. Then get good books. Get good books. Right now I'm reading these two. That's what I do to myself. I'm reading these two right now and they are absolutely fantastic. This one is The Laws of Luck. The Laws of Luck by Brian Tracy. Absolutely phenomenal. So you see somebody who is succeeding, you say, oh, Pastor Vera is so lucky. I like that kind of luck. I love it. I love it. If you do what Pastor Vera does, you will be just as lucky as Pastor Vera. That's how it is. It's the law of cause and effect. For every effect, there is a cause. Okay? For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. That's just what it is. Okay? So this other book, man, I've had this book because when I buy books, if I like the book, I buy two. Because I don't want to hear that one goes missing. So when I saw this book, I bought two of it. Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude by Napoleon Hill and W. Clement Stone. Clement Stone was that guy who said he was an incurable inverse paranoid. The whole universe is conspiring to do me good. So I'm reading these ones right now and get some good books. When you want to read books, don't go and read 1001 Ways to Know If You Are Demon Possessed. What are you doing with such books? I mean, okay? Then listen to podcasts. Listen to educational materials. They are all there on the internet. Use your time. Use your data wisely. Turn your car into a mobile university. All of you that spend such a long time commuting from home to work every day, make that time useful. Plug in your ears. Listen. What you need for success is right between your ears. And one reason why many people will not succeed in life is that many things that come to us free, we don't value. The things that we value are the things that really don't make sense. May God give you wisdom to actually put value on what God puts value on, because he gave you those tools so that you can be all that you were born to be and fulfill your unique, peculiar assignment on earth. So go ahead and do something about it, and like this video, share it, and I'll see you in our next video. You are the very best. God bless you.